Yeah, man, people, welcome back, man. Welcome back again. You don't know, Nicardo Media House out here again. Yeah, another morning inside the video again. You don't know, it is Thursday morning. One more day left before Friday. You understand? Good day to everybody. You know, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. You know, wherever or whenever you're really watching the video. Remember, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's very important, please. Yeah, I'm just asking. Remember, like up the video and share it and comment and tell me what you guys think in the comment section. I may not answer same time, but down the line I will answer whatever you're talking about in the video as well. You know, but I mean, look, you know, we're going to talk about, you know, Lewis Baker. I'm going to finish my statement on Lewis Baker because that video was too long, you know, to finish and add everything into it. So I'm just going to add, you know, the rest of stuff because look, this is very close. Yeah, this is something that is very close, and you know, it will happen in a few months from now. You will have, you know, in the selection pool. You understand? But look at JPL in 5. You know, Dunbeholden play more lines as well. I'm just going to spend a couple minutes and that not much. You understand? But before we go any further, before we come up to the short clip, I just want to shout out, you know, Ravi, the Guyanese that own the cricket shop, you know, in the Bronx and Castle Hill Avenue, close by the intersection of East Tremont and Castle Hill Avenue. Bless up to Ravi because this man gave me, you know, I remember when I was used to living, you know, in the Bronx, you know, Chris Kale visit the cricket shop, yeah, and I couldn't make it that day. I have work, and Ravi make sure that look, I get a Kings 11 Punjab signed Chris Kale shirt. You know, I mean, look, I don't know if you could see it, you know, it's right here, you know. So bless up to Ravi, you know, he's a fan of the show, you know. Look, man, this man supply so many, you know, so many different types of cricket clubs, you know, that probably all over, you know, the country. You understand? You know, it's a global cricket shop, especially the cricket league that keep, you know, up in the Northeast, New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, right around CT. You understand? Everybody know Ravi cricket shop. So bless up to Ravi. Yeah, bless up to Ravi cricket shop. You know, but we're going to go into this video clip and then we jump right into the video.
Near side, raise the right arm, in it comes into the 6-yard box and headed in. Coventry have equalised.
You know, JPL in 5, man. JPL in 5, you know, the one and only game that played yesterday. You know, we have a plethora of games, yeah, so many games today, especially doubleheader, yeah, the doubleheader at Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. You know, Cavalier play Harbourview in the first game, and also Arnett Gardner play the team from Britain, you know, Portmore United, 7-time champion. You understand? So those are the two doubleheader games that coming up, TV games that coming up later. But we're going to jump into and spend just a few minutes, yeah, on this game that played yesterday. Yeah, Dunbeholden beat Mullines 1-0 at Anthony Spalding Sports Complex in Arnett Garden. You know, Harold Thomas, yeah, Harold Thomas continue to reign, continue, you know, with this performance, you know, very good results, you know, this 5-6 games, I think, you know, getting so many points. And you know, I have to shout out to Harold Thomas. But when you look in the game, you know, not much in the game. I think both teams in product were very poor. You know, in the first half, you know, you could say, you know, Dunbeholden create most of the clear-cut opportunities. You know, Mullines, yeah, Jeremy and Thomas have started all three. You know, I think he started Davis. I think it's Malik Davis. You know, Peter McGregor and also JC Wright. All three players started in the game. And I have never seen that. You know, Penny Cook was on the bench. I forgot Livingston was on the bench. You know, but this team, you know, lack goals. This team lack a little bit of creativity. I think they played a little bit better. I think they create, you know, a lot more chances than they usually, you know, do in games. So, you know, you have to give German Thomas, you know, a lot of credit. You know, he tried to change around a lot of things, but just Dunbeholden was just too good. You know, it was a bit, even though it was a below par game, but Dunbeholden was a better team on the day. You know, look, again, they create chances, but Harold Thomas in his last 5 games, yeah, 4 win and 1 draw, and only conceded 1 goal. You know, in the last 5 games, yeah, on farm team, Harold Thomas, Dunbeholden is right in second position when it comes on to the last 5 games. Yeah, if you group up the last 5 games and you table up the teams, Harold Thomas is in second position, tie and 13 points with Arnett Garden, who is in first, one of the best informed team at the moment. You know, so look, this man have changed around this football club, man. And then, you know, you have to give DeAndre Thomas a lot of credit. You know, he have scoring goals. He scored his 5th goal of the season yesterday. I remember 2018, 2019 and 2019-20 season, those 2 seasons, yeah, DeAndre, you know, scored literally almost 20 goals in those 2 seasons for Dunbeholden. Seems like he's getting back that farm. You know, Harold Thomas know to get the best out of this player, and I think before Harold Thomas left Dunbeholden, his last real good season was that season when, you know, Bygrave scored double digits for Dunbeholden, even though he wasn't that prolific striker getting the goals, you know, on the score sheet that season 2022, but he was that one that working his socks off. You know, a very good striker, you know, so he's fine back his farm. But look, again, I said the last 2 seasons before COVID, he scored literally 18 goals in those 2 seasons. So this man know to score goals, and Harold Thomas know to get the best out of him. So this man have changed the whole complex of Dunbeholden team, you know, from relegation, fighting for a top 6, you know, spot in the Jamaican Premier League. You know, so not going to spend much time, as you know, check out tomorrow video where we will be discussing all 6 games that going to play later today. You understand, especially the double header over at Arnett Garden. But you know, we're going to move on, and I'm going to talk about, you know, the continuity of Lewis Baker. As I said, it's something that's really close. You know, it's something that's, you know, it's progress is in the making. Yeah, progress is in the making. It's an ongoing process, same way. And I just want to, you know, talk about, you know, his game, you know, his strength, you know, talk about him with Steve McLaren. And I just want to highlight some stuff, you know, to the fans, to the people, that, you know, that continue to see Lewis Baker popping up on thumbnails, you know, videos after videos with him. So I just want to give my fair assessment. I just want to educate the people, you know, who really don't know much about, you know, Lewis Baker. Players don't move around that much, you know, and when you look at the heat map of Isaac Hayden, when you look at the heat map of Lewis Baker, if you merge it together and look at both, you could see the difference, you know, with Isaac Hayden. I think his one is on the left, Lewis Baker one is on the left, and Isaac Hayden one is on the right. If you look at both heat map, you know, players heat map of the season so far, you could see that, you know, Lewis Baker is a player that he want to travel a ride around, you know, the entire pitch. You know, you want to cover every blade of grass. Meanwhile, Isaac Hayden is a player that will most sit back in that hole and dictate and try to make sure that nothing really happened in that midfield. You know, not much passes threading through, you know, try to intersect and try to tackle, you understand? But we want to stay more on Lewis Baker. You know, Joe Latibody is not a player like Lewis Baker. Lewis Baker is a player that will add real strength and steel and quality. He will be a massive upgrade to what we have. Even, you know, Isaac Hayden, who have played a couple of games now, look, Lewis Baker will be, if not upgrade to what Isaac Hayden is, you know, more of a little bit more attacking, cutting edge to his style more than, you know, Isaac Hayden, you know, and you could say his energy, his comfort around the ball, of going for the ball. You know, he can play the CDM, you know, he can play a cam, he can play a central midfielder. He naturally can play those 3 positions in the midfield, and he's a player that, you know, is very two-footed player that want the ball, you know, want to make the midfield tick. You don't want to have, you know, the football a lot of time on his foot. You want to make sure that the ball is going to the right position, the ball is moving forward, you know, the midfield is progressing. You know, they are doing their job of getting the ball to their more creative advanced players. That's how, you know, he played, and his experience at the level, especially at the championship level, it's very critical. You understand? It's very critical, and how he's going to bring all of that experience to this region, which is the CONCACAF, and If you listen, I played a clip of his I remember, I think it was Mark Robbins. I played a clip of Mark Robbins talking about and why he want Lewis Baker back in the team. But listen to this clip of the Blackburn coach at that time talking about how much he's going to miss Lewis Baker and his experience and his attitude, his tenacity off the field, how his attitude when he's not playing, how he's trying to gather players. And just listen to what he have to say and you'll know that look, we are getting a very, very good midfielder, not just on the pitch but someone that can make an impact off the pitch as well.
Yeah, it's a shame. Listen, Lewis has done a fantastic job for us. I think since he came in, not just on the pitch but off the pitch, he's so influential with the dressing room. You can see he's been a captain throughout his career. The lads love him to bits, and when he hasn't played, he's really supported the rest of the group. The way he trains every day is fantastic. The way he conducts himself off the pitch as well is very, very good. So, we're losing a gentleman there, and somebody who's really helped the group. First and foremost, we brought him here because he was a good footballer, and I think he's proven that. He's stepped in when he's needed to. He scored a couple of real good goals for us as well at vital times, and got us through some difficult moments. Unfortunately, he's going, and
so you can hear that as well. You understand? You can hear that as well. And when you look at it, this man just don't bring experience, the leadership on the pitch. This man is a captain, and we don't really have much leaders, and he is more of a little bit of a vocal one in the midfield that will talk, will give instructions, will give direction. I remember his first game that he played, after returning from loan, back to Stoke City. It was against Leeds. It was against Leeds. And every time I talk about Leeds and talking about Reggae Boy football, big up Cataract, as I always say, is a Yorkshire man. He's a massive Leeds supporter. They played Leeds, and he played the entire game. That game went into added time, and his fitness level is second to none, and this is what needed, because every time when we play Central American teams, it's like we always get overrun in the midfield. He's not the quickest, but he's intelligent, and his experience make him seems like he's the quickest. But this is something that we really need, and if we can put bodies around Isaac Hayden, you're talking about Lewis Baker, we have John Russell, look, we're building a solid core. With him coming this selection, it's a massive upgrade. And if you look at the selection pool, John Russell, Bobby Reid, Isaac Hayden, and also Lewis Baker. If you look at that, and then you have a Casey Palmer that's going to come in after he recover back from his ankle injury, that's a massive midfield. That's a very good experienced, championship level experienced midfield. You're talking about Bobby Reid know what it is to play in the championship and in the Premiership as well. So you say that these players are very 20. I think Casey Palmer is the youngest, Isaac and Lewis is 29, Bobby Reid is right around that age as well. So those players are very experienced, and it's just no Steve McLaren. It's just no Steve McLaren have to fit these type of players and fit them in a decent core, fit them into a decent philosophy and how to get the best out of them. Because when you look at Isaac Hayden, look at how he's playing now. He's playing under a manager that trusts him, believe in him, giving that confidence every time he goes out on the pitch, on the training ground. Lewis Baker, again, I told you guys yesterday, he got pushed out, with DJ in the Stoke City team with Steven Schumacher before he got the sack from Stoke City. So now Mark Robbins know this player, know his experience, know his skill set, and bring him back right into the fold of a Stoke City team. So now he's playing under someone that believe in him, trust him, and know how to get the best out of him. So I'm just saying, Steve McLaren going to have to bring all of that together and create a midfield dynasty that this is long overdue, for us to try to create this midfield body that can compete, in the CONCACAF region. And talking about CONCACAF region, the US, they have players that play in the Champions League. So what we're going to have to do, these players that, you know, the Luis, you know, the John, you know, the Isaac, the Bobby, these players going to have to come together and work as one, and they have to play under philosophy, they have to play under chemistry and work together. And Isaac, Baker, they are not the quickest around the ground, so a player like a Bobby Reed is always going to be important in that midfield with his energy, you know, with his quick burst of speed, you know, closing down, you know, players in their own defensive third, you know, before they get into our midfield area, you know. So it's going to be very important, because as I think John, Luis and Isaac, they're not the quickest, those three players. So I don't think three of those players, I don't know if it's suitable for to start all three players in one, as I think you're going to need a workhorse in that midfield to help to facilitate them. But I mean, look, Luis, you know, two-footed player, can switch the ball on both foot, you know, 50 yards pass on the left, 50 yard pass on the right. And guess what? I forgot, he's a very, very good free kick taker. Set piece, we lack a set piece taker. Yeah, we lack set piece taker. This man, you know, is very good with a dead ball on the ground to take a set piece. You know, he has a whipper of a right foot. He know how to whip the ball in that box. And you know, so when you look at, you know, the height of the midfield, it's very tall, you know. So we're going to have to use up our strength and, you know, try to hit those teams with, you know, our with our strength, you know, the height, the power, you know, the athleticism, you can name it, you know, the physicality of those players, you understand. But when you look at, you know, the US players, as I was saying, those players playing in the Champions League, those players are world beater. Our players are not world beaters. Our players, you know, is a championship level and, you know, mid-table relegation fight, Premier League teams level, you know. So that's why we're going to have to come up with something that's going to suit all players. That's how we can beat those players, you know. Number one, you cannot let players, our team, come at our home field and outrun us. We have to win the second ball. You have to win the first ball. You know, you have to outrun players in the midfield. You have to fight. You have to know how to get the job done. Anything to get the job done. So I just think, you know, Luis is a step up. He will bring and add real quality to the midfield. So whenever, you know, the time is right and everything is settled, everything is finished, look, he will be a good addition to our midfield. But, you know, thanks for watching, man. You know, this is Nicardo Media House. I'm out. Yeah, tell me what you guys think about what I just said and Luis Baker. Bless up with yourself. I'm out.